Howdy folks, Synthetic Mason here, and today we brick it up a little differently. Still a transforming thing, but not a transformer. This is GoBots Cykill. That's right, folks. Nice little motorcycle guy here. I'm a big fan of GoBots. Love them, hate them. Either way, it is Tonka's equivalent to the Hasbro Transformers during the 80s transforming toy franchise battle. Sure. But nonetheless, this is Mr. Cykill. Now, this is my second Cykill, and conveniently, this is one of the few times where I still have the original. So version 1 here, and version 2. Scale was definitely better on version 1, but version 2 has articulation and details that version 1 just could not hit. I am a big fan of having the sort of chainsaw piece to give it the look of like the motorcycle tire chains, but the other one is just neater. I sort of copied this. Oh, I don't remember the name of the third-party company, but there's a third-party company that did, or kind of recently, in the last couple of years, has, like, now, I think they're up to 6 or 7 of the original GoBots that they've rebuilt in a pseudo-masterpiece kind of style and scale. Super awesome stuff. I mean, if, you're the kind of person that throws $80 to $100+ at a single figure, go get them. I'm gonna, I really want them, but I don't have that kind of money for transforming toys. Eventually, because I need an MP10, and if you know what MP10 is, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so just for kicks, I'll show you my version 1, and then we'll go on to version 2, which is definitely way more amazing-er. So version 1 Cykill, tiny little guy. I actually just stole the tires off of a Lego Motors. Well, no, I think that's the 2x2 airplane landing gear kind of wheel. You'll notice it has the clear sort of rim on the inside there. Now, this guy is definitely a parts former. Version 2 is a parts former only in the same way that the original figure was a parts former, which is where you move his tires about. But version 1, real quickly, we have to pull off the front axle / arms. And we are going to remove the back tire as well. And then as far as transformation, because, more or less, that's it in motorcycle form. We will rotate the steering wheel and head, and then we will move the little engine block and rotate the upper body. Now, we will sort of collapse the body of the motorcycle, bring down these little legs, and we're almost done. We'll bring up, leave the handlebars back. Now we put the little arms back on. We're basically just flipping those around. So instead of being held on by the clip, now they're held on by the sort of open peg. You'll put on your tires, and bam, oops, there is my version 1 Cykill. Now then, on to version 2 Cykill, which I am definitely far more proud of. Unfortunately, we can't really fit a figure on there. Lego figures don't have that kind of leg joints. But yeah, motorcycle, it rolls. Anytime you have wheels, it's always a feat to make them roll in a transformer, because it's too easy to make a transformer that doesn't roll when there's wheels involved. But it's one of those things. Oops. Alright, so for transformation, we're going to start by moving the front axle. Uh-oh. Come on, stay attached. There it goes. By moving the front axle out, I'm going to remove the front tire. And now we will do the same for the back axle. You can see a little face going on there. And we'll remove the back tire. I'm going to set those off to the side for just a second. And we're going to swing out the legs. Make sure that they are flush with that little yellow clip bit. You'll see why in just a second. And now we're going to move the engine block out of the way and actually rotate his upper body around. And then, oh, sorry, I'm going to move the handlebars. A little finicky. His whole center section is held on by one stud. And then while the engine block is behind him, we will then rotate his lower body forward. Starting to take shape. And now I got a neat little thing that we do for the front here. We're actually going to take those side panels, which are on jumper plates, and rotate those around. Yeah, a lot of stud friction on this guy. It's too small to use ball joints. And then we'll rotate the other plate around as well. Oh, man. Disaster. Alrighty. And now, dynamic pose here. Can we get some of that, Mr. Sidekill? Bam! All right. I believe that is a head from a minifigure blind bag series. Yeah. And then one of the classic white space helmets, which makes for a nice sort of front of the motorcycle headpiece. And then take the tires and put them up here. Now, it's not 100% accurate because those tires are actually supposed to be on his shoulders, but I couldn't get them there. But here we go. Version 1 and version 2 Sidekill. Check that out. Like I said, if you don't love or like or even tolerate GoBots, I am sorry. I'm a big fan myself. Growing up, I had just as many GoBots as Transformers, and I think I was 14 or 15 before I realized that they were different. For instance, I had a little green Jeep forever that I thought was Hound, and come to find out, it was not. GoBots has a really neat little Jeep of their own that is kind of Houndish. He's a green Jeep, not at all similar transformation, but when I was growing up, that was my Hound. Very weird, because he had a spare tire on his head. Anyways, so this has been Lego GoBots Sidekill. Thanks for watching, folks.